If you're tired of streaming to zero to just a couple of viewers for hours every single week, not knowing how to grow past that, and you want to grow your stream to 10 plus, 50 plus, 100 plus, 1,000 plus viewers, but you're not sure how, well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this video. If you're new here, my name's Cody and I've been streaming for over 7 years now, and I know exactly how you feel because I was in the trenches just like you. So that's why I've broken all of this down into 3 easy steps in order to start getting the viewers that you deserve. Now, assuming you already know how to stream and you know all the basics because you've been watching the videos on my channel, we're gonna assume that you know how to stream, your channel's looking cool, and it doesn't look like a pile of doo-doo. And if it does, then you can just grab my streamer starter pack in the description down below because it's just plug and play, just drop it right on there and be done with it. So let's start with step number 1, and that's the discoverability problem. The cold hard truth is that you are invisible just streaming on Twitch, and you're left with 2 paths to take. The first path that a lot of streamers will take is that they will only stream on Twitch exclusively, so that means the only exposure that they're getting to get new viewers and to grow their audience is simply just through these little browse categories on Twitch or whatever other streaming service they use. Now, if they're streaming things like Call of Duty or Fortnite or basically anything in the first several rows, chances are that they're not getting any viewers, let alone 1 or 2 at most. That's because these are what we'd like to call oversaturated games. There's literally thousands of people streaming this game, so the odds of you getting picked out from this huge group of streamers is next to impossible. Now, you can do things like changing your title and making a really cool exclusive stream, but that's only going to get you so far because look at the sheer amount of people. They're lucky to even see your title, let alone your stream. So this is where a lot of brand new streamers get caught because they don't think about these things when it comes to simple supply and demand. There's simply too much supply and not enough demand, aka too many streamers and not enough viewers. So as I mentioned, there's 2 paths, and the first path is exclusively just streaming through here. So what people will do to kind of mitigate that, or aka still grow their streams while just streaming through Twitch, is that they'll scroll down and try and find more discoverable games, aka less saturated games. And this is a feasible option. However, there is a cap or ceiling on how many viewers you're actually going to get. So for example, if you wanted to stream something like, I don't know, let's go with RuneScape, you can see that the top person has 269, next person has 107, then it's about 47, 35, 4, and then it goes down and down and down. So the theoretical cap for this game at this time is around 269 viewers. Now, given that can change here and there, but let's just use this as an arbitrary number. Because at the end of the day, if you're only streaming through Twitch, you're only limited to the amount of people that are interested in watching RuneScape already on Twitch at this time. So that's really one of the big downsides of exclusively just streaming through Twitch or whatever other platform you're streaming through, like Kick or whatever else. And so theoretically, if you're playing a different game, like, I don't know, let's say Beat Saber, we can sort from high to low in the top right corner. We can see 78, 39, 34, 26, 15. So if you wanted to play Beat Saber, theoretically, your cap would be right around 100 viewers, give or take. And that's more like best case scenario. You'd probably want to split more of the average of these, which would likely be around, let's say, 15 to 30-ish viewers, which depending on your goal for streaming and what you want to get out of streaming might be more than enough for what you're looking for. However, like I mentioned earlier, the only way that you're getting in new traffic and getting discovered is simply through this browse page right here. So that's why you're getting a ceiling or a cap on the amount of exposure and discoverability that you're getting for your stream. And you need to keep in mind that no matter how good your stream is, how funny you are, how cool graphics you got, how just entertaining you are as a person, they need to be able to actually click on your stream first and find you before they can actually witness that. So that's why discoverability is so key, because without step 1 of getting discovered and them clicking on you, step 2 does not matter. It's arbitrary. It doesn't even count because they can't even get to you to experience that in the first place. That's why discoverability is so important. Which leads us to the second path, which instead of 1, just streaming on your platform like Twitch or Kick, path 2 is going to be creating additional content on other platforms like YouTube videos, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, and things of that nature. Because the traffic source is going to be so much more than just streaming on your platform of choice. Now, creating more discoverable content on additional platforms is where a lot of streamers get caught up because they originally signed up to stream just to stream, right? Well, unfortunately, in today's economy, streaming is now holding hands with content creation, and they go together like peanut butter and jelly. And it's really difficult to do streaming without content creation in terms of growth. So let's take a look at a really common example I see all the time. This is a streamer I was talking to yesterday over in my live stream on Twitch, and this is what I see a lot. They're a Counter-Strike streamer and they have a YouTube channel, but if you take a look at all of the videos, they've been creating content, but the problem is it's all over the place. It's a mixture of meme videos, it's a mixture of challenge videos, it's a mixture of of gameplay videos, starting fires for whatever reason, montages, everything. And this is what I see very commonly with a lot of different channels, because what'll happen is they'll post a lot of random videos like this. They'll get views on it. Like if we check the popular, we got about 2,000 views just on this video. And they're wondering, okay, well, I got the views now. Why are they not coming over to my Twitch channel, to my live streams? And the answer is kind of simple, but also complicated at the same time. The first problem specifically with this is that the most popular video is a Five Below electric guitar review unboxing, which one has nothing to do with Counter-Strike, which they play on their Twitch stream, and two, there's only one unboxing video here. There's a couple things we need to analyze about this. Number one, congratulations to Coffee Creamers for finding a video that actually got views. Obviously, they have 70 subscribers, and this video has almost 2,000 views, which is great. That's what I like to call a content gap in the market, because clearly there's an audience that's interested in this content right here because they have 70 subscribers and this has 2,000 views. So there's people that are interested in this. So what I would do is double down on this content and do more Five Below review and unboxing videos centered around this, like interesting things there, because clearly this is what the people are interested in. And I guarantee that if they made a very similar video to this, it would also have very similar performance as this video here. Compared to if we looked at their latest videos, we have a anime statue, which has 12 views. We have, I guess, CS2 clips, which is 50. We have like a donation video for 32 and lighting a fire for 277. It's all over the place, which is totally fine when you're first starting out because experimentation is great and you want to just throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And now that you've done that, you can see that this is your best performing video. So this has stuck. So I would either pursue something like this, or if you're really not passionate about it, either keeps throwing more stuff and see if you get more bangers. Like this did okay too. It looks like a blinker challenge for CS2, which is probably a lot closer to your actual Twitch content, which is a lot more overlap, because also, like, if you're making Five Below unboxing videos, they're probably not going to want to come watch you play Counter-Strike. So you also have to keep that in mind when you're making content. Like, you might want to go with this just because it has more tie-in with your Twitch. Unless you want to exclusively talk about unboxing videos on Twitch, then that would have way more overlap. And also another reason why people are not going to come over from your YouTube channel to your Twitch is that they just simply don't have enough content from you in order to want to do that. You usually want to make your YouTube subscribers want more from you, and that's what's going to drive them to come over to your Twitch stream. So let's say you have like 10, 15, 30 videos of these Five Below videos, and all of them are getting really good reviews. People love it. That's when you're going to start seeing some more crossover to your Twitch channel. You're not just going to have 1 to 2 to 3 videos that are doing okay and come to your Twitch channel. It's just not that likely. You need to want your viewers to want to binge your content, because the more they binge your videos, the more they binge your content, the more they're going to want more from you as a creator. And that's when they're going to make the choice to go over to your Twitch channel. I love to use this example. I found this streamer, Snamwiches, on YouTube originally because he makes a whole bunch of these Xbox achievement videos, but makes them even harder to get, which I find super entertaining. And so what I would do, I would binge 1 video, 2 video, 3 video, 4 video, 5 video, 6 video. There's probably at least 10 videos that I watched of this, and these are 30-minute long videos, before I, as the viewer, made the choice to go and follow him over on Twitch and watch his live streams. So that took what? Almost like, I don't know, I'm pretty bad at math, but let's say 5 hours, give or take, of watching his YouTube content before I made the check over to his Twitch. So you got to get rid of the mentality that you're going to post a couple videos and then you're going to have a bunch of people flood into your Twitch. It's just not like that. You have to be realistic about this stuff and understand how it actually works. So quick recap. Step 1, discoverability problem. Streaming exclusively on Twitch is kind of rough because you're invisible. Step 2, making more discoverable content on more discoverable platforms like YouTube, because it's way easier to build your audience over here and slowly get them to funnel into your Twitch channel or Kick channel or wherever. And getting good at becoming a content creator by just making videos, getting better at editing, coming up with hooks, titles, and ultimately just finding gaps in the market like this one right here, because that's where the views are. Finding videos that people actually want to watch and finding videos that people aren't making, aka this category right here. And overall, just doing more planning and less streaming, because the more research and planning you do, the more efficiently you're going to be using your time. And I know that doing all of this on top of streaming can be freaking exhausting. And that's why we need to do step number 3, or we're going to burn out. But before we move on to step number 3, if all of this sounds super overwhelming to you and you want help from someone who's done all this and has 7 years of streaming experience, then check out my free streamers masterclass, which is linked down in the description below. And step number 3 is finding ways to expedite doing all of this and improve our efficiency, so that way we can actually do it without burning out. Because I don't know about you guys, but after streaming for several hours, the last thing I want to do is go look up YouTube videos, do research, look at analytics, and come up with video ideas after already streaming for hours. That just isn't fun for me, nor is it feasible, especially for people that have a full-time job, school, kids, and the latter? That's just simply a recipe for burnout, and that's why majority of streamers fail. Finding things like editing shortcuts or analytics tools are going to be your blessing. For example, you probably noticed that this has a 19x right here. That is what is called an outlier score, and that's from a tool that I use called vidIQ. You can also see at the top here, I also use TubeBuddy, but I like vidIQ more. For example, this saves me so much time because let's just type in a popular game like Schedule 1 here, and then we're going to hit space to make it more specific so we can do tips and tricks. And then we can also make it more specific if we needed to, but right now I type in Schedule 1 tips and tricks. vidIQ is going to tell me how good of a video idea this is and the good chances of it actually performing okay. It's also going to give me more metrics like how many views per hour this is getting, how many subscribers the YouTuber has, and so forth. And this is actually a really good video because we can see this YouTuber has 1,000 subscribers, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing, especially compared to videos like 309. And so one of my secrets on what I like to do to get views is actually look up something like this. So like take your game that you want to play, Schedule 1, space, see what they recommend. So tips and tricks is something that a lot of people are searching for. And so then we're going to take a look at all this. We're going to see the title, we're going to see the thumbnail, and we're going to see the number of subscribers this YouTuber has. And we're going to completely X out all of the YouTubers with like over 100 or over 50K, give or take. And so the lower you can get the subscriber count with the better performing video, that shows that anyone can make this video and it's going to bang. Because this YouTuber has 1,000 subscribers and yet this video is popping off. 2 days ago, 44,000 views. That's amazing. And vidIQ is giving us all this information, which is why I highly recommend it. If you want, I'll leave it linked in the description below so you can check it out. But I like to scroll down and check out more analytics. Like this YouTuber has 21K subscribers and like 206K views in 9 days. That's amazing. So I'd take notes on the title and thumbnail, and then I'd start crafting things of these nature in order to set myself up for success on my next upload. You do the same thing for shorts as well. But I would just keep scrolling, do the same exact thing, rinse and repeat. Like this YouTuber, 5,000 subscribers, which is pretty much nothing in the grand scheme of things. 39K views 7 days ago. That's also amazing. I'd take notes on the title, thumbnail, and then create something similar in my own way. And using a tool like vidIQ saves so much freaking time. It's unbelievable. And since I'm a streamer, another really useful tool that I use all the time is Nexus Clips. And basically what they do is they take your stream and automatically turn it into short form content that's pretty much majority edited and done for you, which saves literal hours of my time. And nice enough, they sponsored this video so I can show you how I use it to get hundreds of thousands of views on my short form content, as well as giving you guys a sweet little discount so you guys can try it out too. But basically all you would do is sign up for Nexus Clips here, which is linked in the description down below. Then you'll link your Twitch and YouTube account. So then after you go live and do your stream, once you end your stream, Nexus will email you saying your best moments are ready. So all you got to do is click on create clips now. It said it found 47 different moments of clippable content. So we'll just click this little button here. Then you can see on the left-hand side here, we got 47 different clips here. It gives you optional titles you can use. It tells you the virality index of how good of a clip it thinks it is. So all you got to do is just simply click on it. It's going to jump to the space in your stream of when it happened. And so you can actually just go through a bunch of these and see if you like it or not. And it also gives you the length of those clips. So let's say I really wanted this one. All I would have to do is click on it and then click on create clip in the top right corner. And then you can either download the horizontal clip, and then you can also trim the beginning and end in case you need to clean it up. But we can just click on edit clip. But you can see it's already started to do all of the editing for us. But we can actually add our face cam over here. We can choose a style, like this mini one is one of my favorites. It's going to snap to my face already. We just got to adjust these two little things here so we get the gameplay and my face. We can scroll all the way to the left here to play at the beginning of the clip, hit play, and then you can also unmute it too if you want so you can hear it. But you can see on the top left we have subtitles, so you can choose the different subtitle style. I personally like that one. I also like this one because it pops, where you can go and move it around on the screen too, so you can also adjust that. Also, if they don't match up for whatever reason, you can adjust the movement here and how long they are. Or for example, you just need to double click on a word and change it. Like if it's them instead of they, you can go and change it and it'll automatically be fixed in here. You can also add your sticker, which is just like your little Twitch logo, and then you can just pop it there. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this. I think it clutters the screen, but I know a lot of people love it, so you could do that. But I'm just going to not show the sticker there. And then for the hook, this is one of the most important things. It does give you you an example of a hook, but this is where you really just want to add one at the beginning to tell your audience what your short's about. So like this, we can have here and then bring it back to the beginning and maybe just change it to be about like 2 to 3 seconds, just enough for them to read it, but not create too much clutter. So in this case, we'll just say, I can't believe this happened, which is the most generic one that I could come up with. And you can do better, but just for the purposes of this video, you'll just kind of tell them what to expect out of this clip here. So that way you can kind of set the stage after 1 to 3 seconds, telling them what to expect out of this clip. So that way they just don't swipe away, which will kill your watch time and retention, which basically just tells the algorithm that your short is not worth pushing to other people to watch. So you can do all of this stuff and it's all super easy to do, super quick. And then you can just go and feel free to cut and make changes in this as well. And then after you're done with all that, you can just have to click share in the top right corner and you can download this clip, which will give you that little vertical clip behind my webcam here with all the editing done, or you can just connect your YouTube or TikTok account to automatically just post through there, which skips even more time. So it really just does everything for you in a fraction of the time it would take you to do all this manually, because doing all of this manually would take you hours as a beginner. And that's personally why I love it. So if you guys want to give this a shot yourself, you can use coupon code CPAUSE and everything is linked in the description down below for Nexus. And also a little pro bonus tip for you guys, how I like to use Nexus clips as well, is if you go to the home page, you can actually click on edit clip here and import a clip, because what I like to do is use the replay buffer function in OBS or Streamlabs, which is essentially a hotkey you press on your keyboard that will go and record the last 30 seconds, 60 seconds, however long you want to set it. So that way, if I have a really funny moment that I know happened, I just hit that key on my keyboard, it records that clip, then I can take that clip and drag it into Nexus and do the exact same thing. So that way it expedites the process even further. And I love this little hack because that way I don't have to scroll through the 47 different best moments on there. I know this is a banger of a moment. I know it's funny. I just need it edited. So that's what I just do. So if you want to learn how to use the replay buffer, then you can watch this video to the side of me. I teach you how to use it. My name's Cody and I will see you in the next one.